Hello, I'm back. How's it going? Welcome to this week's video chat. Uh, Here I am today in Calgary, Alberta. I'm trying to remember where I was. Calgary, Alberta. Yeah, we're playing a gig here tonight. So yeah, it's a lovely hotel in the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. So we have might get to the tables tonight after the show. See how it goes. But yeah, hope you're all well. Um, Tour's going great as always. What's happened since the last time I spoke to you? Um, let's see. Well, Halloween is coming and soon, so this is all Halloween week. So hope you're enjoying. If any of any time off during that you're enjoying that, you're dressing up and I love to see pictures of these people dressed. I don't even think we were dressing up this year because everything's just been so busy, and we may have a few drinks tonight, but I don't know if anyone's dressed. I haven't got a costume anyway, unless I have to rumble something together in a few hours tonight. Who knows, maybe, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anything else to report with you? Not an awful lot, really. I suppose this is probably my second last. Yes, I was gonna say, is this my last? No, I think I may have one more video before my birthday. So yes, I was gonna say it is the last video on my 30s, but it's not. I think I may have one more because I'm another day off before the 6th of November. So yeah, I might squeeze one more in as someone in my 30s. I was gonna say as a 30-year-old, but that's a long time ago. But as someone in my 30s, I'll do my last one before the big birthday. So thank you for all the well wishes and all already for my birthday. I know they're coming in thick and fast. So yeah, it's a as I said, the 10th year in a row that I'll be away from home for my birthday, and it's great. But it's just the way it is now. I just take it as granted as I'll be away. I mean, but I get home. I celebrate here with all my tour friends and family, and then I'll get home at Christmas and we'll celebrate Christmas in good style there with my family and friends there. So it's all good to end up having double celebration, I guess. So can't be bad. Can't be bad. Here I'll go straight into the questions. Loads of questions in this week, as you can see. Loads of suggestions and questions. So I'll go straight into it. Deb says, are you working on another CD? If you are, when do you expect to have it finished? Inquiring minds want to know. Always working on the CD, to be honest. I think actually Neil tweeted something yesterday about exciting prospect for Burning Kelly, and that's for sure. Yeah, we're talking about a few things at the minute that could be very interesting. Let's just put it like that. For the future. But we're still writing away and meeting. I know, and between writing with Neil and then still writing my own stuff as well. I know a lot of people have been, sort of saying to me, "Come on, it's a long time since life." And it's just been it's been crazy busy, but yeah, I definitely will be writing another album. Yeah, just when and where, who knows? But it'll be there. I've there's too much in here to get rid of and get out there, I suppose. So I will definitely be doing that. Barbara says, curious who takes care of your car when you're going on extended tours like this one? I would guess a family member. It's funny you should say that, Barbara, because my car. I was talking to my mum last night on the phone, and she was saying my brother had taken my car out for a spin just to keep it ticking over, I suppose, because it sits there for months, and I don't want to go back to it and it not work. So he's good enough to do that, Raymond, my brother. So between my brother and my sister takes a look at it and all too. So it used to when my dad was living, God love him, he would he would have done that, you know. So now my brother and his wife take care of that, take care of my car for me. So I've often get asked, people say, do you miss driving? And I guess not really. I mean, it's nice when you get home to have the, I guess, you know, just to be able to go out and have the independence of being able to jump in the car, which you can't do here when we're on tour, you know. But it's just, I often say you go into tour mode for a tour and then you go home and it just, you go sort of breathe and do normal things like drive a car and buy groceries and the mundane stuff that is real life, I suppose, you know. So yeah, do you know fans at each city you visit, and does it make it better for performers to know he has fans, friends, family in the audience? Whenever I speak to large groups, I'd like to look out to see smiles on friends' faces. It's a good point, you know. Well, it's funny because Celt Thunder the way it is, you know, and with the whole Burning Kelly connection as well, I've got to know an awful lot of people over the last 10 years. And so, even when, you know, a lot of people, I see some, like, the people who come to our shows, some of our guys who are fans, you know, I'd see more of you than I do of a lot of my extended family or friends, you know, and that's the truth. So you are friends in that regard, and it's just, it's nice you go to certain places and there's a familiar face, and it's lovely to get that, you know. But it's also just lovely that to look out in a crowd and see people smiling and enjoying themselves, and that's as much as you want, you know, as a performer. It doesn't have to be that you've got to recognise a face or know the face. If you look out and someone's going, yeah, I love this, and I'm wholeheartedly in with this, you know, then that's as good as it takes, you know. But it is nice as well, of course, you know, when I go to certain places and there's people from home who have moved out here or something like that, and it's nice for them just to bring them along and show them what I do for a living as well. So yeah, that's cool. Yes, that's Jan saying, yes, Jan, I will see you in Denver. We're back at the Soil Dove again next April. Neil and myself, Burning Kelly, are back there, so great venue. And just on the whole Burning Kelly thing next year, the concerts are selling great at the minute. A few of the house concerts, for any of you who haven't seen our schedule next year or not, but I mean, take a look and see if you like that. They're very much, house concerts are very much a different thing. They're very, very intimate, and so you go along and we're basically doing a gig there, but we're, you know, everyone's there for a meet and greet. Everyone's there for photographs after and just for a chat, and it's really sort of like a group of friends all getting together in a house, you know, and we'll play music. So if that tickets are fancy, sure, go on to the website and take a look and see if there's any gigs close to you that you would like to come along to. It's not just, you know, you don't have to be a friend of the person who's kind enough to host the event, because it's about, you know, just getting people, Burning Kelly fans, together, and so you've all sure that in common at least, you know. People are quite aware that they're opening their houses for the gig, and we're going to go there and just have a fun, you know, and just have an event. And so yeah, if that's something you'd like to look at, then sure, just go on to burningkelly.com and you'll see it. Someone says, you talked about your home being redone. What would be the worst colour that your brother picked out for you? One that you just absolutely couldn't live with daily? Wow. I'm guessing, like, you know, if he suggested painting my walls pink or something, it might be something I would sort of think against. But I would hope that he would. I have a lot of trust in my brother that he would not be telling me that. No, he's pretty good, I must admit now. So I'm dying to get home to see my house, because I was talking to my mum, as I said yesterday, and she said that it's looking lovely, and they've got it all finished, and it all looks good. So yeah, that's something. Another thing to look forward to getting on with Christmas. Running seems to be your favourite exercise to help you stay focused and healthy. What exercise would you take up if you were told that you could not run? God, if I was told I could not run, that's a scary, scary thought. I don't know. I'm very much. I like exercises that make me sweat, if that makes any sense. So, I've never been a big fan of the gym because, well, I know people go to, you know what I mean, but like weightlifting and stuff like that, I like something that I'm drained after it, you know. So, if I couldn't run, may have to be a bike or something like that, I guess. But fingers crossed, these old legs hold out for a while longer anyway, at least. That's my hope. Um, some of I love your suggestions of the songs actually that you do. It's a very interesting one. Just talking about the Troubles and songs. I actually just after reading books about the Troubles in Northern Ireland, it's something that I love to do, and I actually watched a fantastic documentary about it was 25 years since the Shankill Bomb, which was it was a week. The Shankill Bomb was an incident in the Troubles in Northern Ireland 25 years ago, and where a bomb was planted in a fish shop in the middle of a busy shopping area, and it detonated and killed 9 people, including a husband and wife, 2 small girls, some women, children. You know, it was just an awful, awful attack, and then within a week of that attack, there was a tit for tat going back between both sides of the divide, and there was just bloodshed, culminating in a attack on another attack on a bar. Just basically would be this weekend because it was Halloween weekend, and yeah, with these 2 gunmen walked in and shot indiscriminately across a bar and killed young lads, old men. People were they were there to watch watching a football match, a soccer game. So it was I was actually watching it here last night, and it sort of brought it back to me just what the Troubles were, you know, and how what an awful time it was, and senseless killing. Do you know? So I'm very, very mindful of just what a tough time it came through. And actually, do you know, it got me thinking about the songs for this weekend, or this week. Sorry, for this video. And one of the songs that I it deals with well, let's go back about the song itself. I suppose the songwriter is one who is very dear to me, and that and to my career, and that it's Phil Coulter, who was the first musical director of Celtic Thunder, who I'm proud and honoured to say has written songs for me. You know, songs like Midnight Well, and you know, even songs in the first show like That's a Woman. Do you know, a real amazing songwriter, but I would say maybe this is one of my, if not my favourite Phil Coulter songs. It's I guess it's a song about his town of Derry, and how the town changed over the years, you know, Derry's always been a tough time with tough people. You know, who against the odds, sort of, you know, there's always been this sort of I get that from Derry for sure. There's just a spirit, you know. A lot of unemployment in Derry over the years, a lot of, you know, hardship, and then in the song Phil sort of talks about growing up in Derry and you know, getting his first wage in a small pickup band, and meeting a wife there, and then going back and seeing how the town has been changed because of the Troubles, and now the army's installed by the old gasworks wall, and the damn barbed wire gets higher and higher, and it's just how this has changed, and how the city has changed. So I guess it's funny when we talk about you know, just a few questions about the Troubles and stuff like that, and it got me thinking about that song. I don't think I've ever sang it on a video or anything for you guys, so this is a very much an exclusive. But it's something that it's something that I yeah. It's a song I've always loved, and I thought. And something I thought I'd play for you. So yeah, this is the Town I Love So Well. In my memory, I will always see the town that I have loved so well, where our school played ball by the gas yard wall, and we laughed through the smoke and the smell. Going home in the rain, running up the dark lane, past the jail and down behind the fountain. Those were happy days in so many, many ways, and the town I've loved so well. In the early morning, shirt factory horn call the women from Cregan, the moor and the bog, while the men on the door played a mother's role, fed the children and then walked the dog. And when times got tough, there was just about enough, and they saw it through without complaining. For deep inside was a burning pride in the town I've loved so well. There was music there in the Derry air, like a language that we all could understand. I remember day that I earned my first pay, when I played in that small pickup band. There I spent my youth, and to tell you the truth, I was sad to leave it all behind me. For I learned about life, and I found me a wife in the town I've loved so well. But when I returned, how my eyes have burned to see how a town could be brought to its knees, with their armoured cars and the bombed out bars and the gas that hangs on to every breeze. Now the army's installed by that old gas yard wall, and the damn barbed wire gets higher and higher, with their tanks and their guns. Oh my God, what have they done to the town I loved so well? Now the music's gone, but they still carry on. Though the spirit's been bruised, never broken, they will not forget. Though their hearts are set on tomorrow and peace once again. For what's done is done, and what's won is won, and what's lost is lost and gone forever. I can only pray for a bright, brand new day in the town I've loved so well. For what's done is done, and what's won is won, and what's lost is lost and gone forever. I can only pray for a bright, brand new day in a town I've loved so well. Yeah, a very powerful, powerful song. Thank you to Phil Coulter for writing that one. It's a pretty amazing song. It's a song that's it's a song that's very well respected back home in Ireland, and it's a song I've yeah, I've often wanted to do, and finally got to play it for you. On a more uplifting note, I suppose, you're loving. I'm loving the puns that are coming back at me, because there were awful puns that seem to dominate a lot of these chats, and I want to keep that going. Why not? EJ says here, a slice of apple pie in Jamaica is $2. It's $2.50 in the Bahamas. These are the pirates of the Caribbean. Good. More here from Barbara Wiles, who says, I'm super friendly with 25 letters of the alphabet. I just don't know why. Need an arc. I know a guy. There was a kidnapping in school yesterday. Don't worry, he woke up. wanted to learn to drive a stick shift. The problem is I couldn't find a manual. Oh God. These are good. Barbara says she's going to the Gathering tour in Georgia. So yeah, looking forward to that. Seeing you there. God, I might have to. I don't know if there'll be any puns left by the time next year's tour comes around. So, a few questions. Is there a city on tour that you haven't run in yet? I would doubt it. I think I've run in. Yeah, I can run every day. So I'm sure there's maybe, I don't know, one, but I don't know of one. Because it's great, because I get off the bus and I go, where have I run here before? Trying to now I know where to run. And then it's great that you have a trail and all set out, you know. So I've had some fantastic trails. I know you're I hope I'm not boring you with the pictures of them, but I love taking photographs and some of the beautiful sights when I get there. Some days there's not a lot to take photograph of. I have to put that in, so I don't take. That's why you don't get one every day of something amazing. But often there's a lot of lovely stuff, and I love doing that. And I often say it gives me an excuse to stop and take the camera out for a few minutes and take a break. I know you've incredibly busy 2019. Wondering if you will have any downtime for a vacation. I hope so. I was just thinking about that the other day and thinking, God, I wonder. I've never really gone away by myself, and I wonder just. I was thinking about it, thinking, God, is it sad to go away on holidays by yourself? I would think so. So maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I'll work it out. More puns here. Sorry, just one question. Sorry, when you guys record an album and it's a song you all sing on, do you record your portions one at a time or all at the same time? It depends. The recording process can be different. Often it's better if the studio is big enough with enough mics and enough booths to do it, because you want to separate each vocal, just so that recordings have to be perfection. So you have to get them. It's not often that you'll get five voices, whatever it may be, everyone singing it perfect in one take. Do you know? So maybe 3 guys get it spot on, 2 don't. Then you can isolate those 2 and do it again, and then you'll get it right next time, whatever. So it's lovely because we have a great blend now, I think, and it's something we've heard you comment about, and something we recognise ourselves as well, is that sad that Michael had to leave the tour this time around, but the blend with Michael as well as the 5 of us was something very it's just a lovely blend, and often it's great just to sing all together, and then you can sing off each other, and it just works well. It really does. So so as much as we can, it's great if you're all listening to each other and singing and recording at the same time. So yeah, in a big studio, I'm all for it. Anything by the Eagles would be amazing. I'm sure you know a couple of them. Yeah, I've sang 1 or 2 Eagles songs in the past. Yes, Gail, I will have to look into doing some Eagles. When you talked in the video about your dad working in the cutting room, it made me wonder if you've ever sung The Town of So Well. Never have sung the town. Actually, that's fitting, isn't it? Very fitting that there you go. I just sang it. That's right. I was talking before in the last video about my dad working in the cutting room of the textile factory. My mum being the seamstress, one of the seamstresses, and that's why they met. And just it talks about that actually in the song I just sang about the horn, for the factory horn, calling the workers in. Yeah. So my dad worked in factories all his life, and sometimes he'd do work he would have work at home as well. Because we had a big, we still have in my mum and dad's house. Um, there was a big like sort of shed down the back where it had a big cutting table. Because they also used to, um, they had like a drapery shop at the house where you used to, this was sort of pre me, and then when I came along, it still had the drapery shop for a wee while, but then I think it sort of it stopped after that. But there's a big massive cutting table on the in the shed where my dad could cut out patterns and stuff like that as well. And I used to help him. I don't know if it was much help, it was more of a hindrance probably, but I used to have him lay down the cloth and stuff, and then he'd cut away, and yeah, it's great to have those wee special memories, isn't it? Though, you know. Mhm. Different times, different times. Gail says, "Stay safe on tour and do your best not to work too hard." I will try my best not to work too hard. I'm pretty good at not working too hard. I promise you. Um, Carol said, "Hi, Ran. I heard somewhere that you lost your sense of smell and taste when you had your accent. Is this true? If so, have your senses ever returned back to normal?" One, it is true. Yes, I had an accent. For those who don't know, I had an accent back in 2012, where I fell at home and ended up doing damage to my brain. Um, so much so that I was in a coma for 3 weeks. And when I woke up from the coma, I had no sense of smell or taste. Now, over a number of weeks and months, the taste actually came back, but the smell has never returned. I've gone to see people about it and stuff, and but it's a common thing. It can, when you get damage to the brain, some senses can, the wee bit in there that is works all your smell function. Obviously took a knock, and I just thank God that, I guess if any sense went, that's the one I would probably get. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I'd love to be able to smell again, but I can function in life without it, thank God. It's I do still love, even at home, like you probably think it's silly, but I obviously live by myself, and I still have a candle burning all the time in the house, and because I used to love the smell of the candles, so I still have that smell, but don't but I can't smell it, but I know it's there. Do you know? It's the same with these are all very serious things here, like my aftershave, but I have this particular aftershave that I've worn all my life basically, because I loved it anyway, but now I feel like I have to wear it all my life because I know I liked it when I did have a sense of smell, and now I don't. So but I still wear the same aftershave because I know, well, I used to like that. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to change it. I'll have to trust someone to say, no, that's good. That you would. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. So I maybe using the same aftershave for the rest of my life. But yeah, it's Prada, by the way. People have often asked me what my aftershave is, so it's Prada. The sense of taste, though, the crazy thing is, no, I do have a sense of taste now, and I feel like it's 100%. I'm not sure if it is or not, but I've read so many articles about that where it suggests that as much as 90% of your sense of taste comes from smell. So yeah, that's a bit of an anomaly with me, but I honestly cannot smell a thing, which I often say is maybe not a bad thing in sharing dressing rooms with 3 other lads and a bus. But yeah, but I can taste but not smell. Someone asked, when you go to Tomley's, which is my bar of choice back home back in the Moy, do you leave Larry at home or take him to your mum's? It depends. Often he's very good in the house by himself anyway, but often I will leave him up at my mum's because one, she loves having him, so any excuse my mum gets to be able to have Larry, she'll take him. So it works out well for those. So yeah, but he's very good in the house, but by himself he just sort of potters around and sleeps a lot, which we all probably would do. What is the funniest boxer underwear you've received as a gift? Wow, I'm not quite sure. Um, there has been some strange. I've got my fair share of Star Wars boxes over the years now, um, and other stuff. But yeah, DD, I've got my fair share. Yeah, let's just put it like that. I hope you show us a video of your renovated bathroom, etc. I will have to see it myself first, but okay, I may even maybe post a photograph at least. I don't know. Yeah, I can't post a video of me in the shower. Obviously, that would be, yeah, maybe against the internet laws, and it may is not what anyone wants to see. Believe me, but yes, someone said that the last video was much better. Your face was well lit. Sounds spot on. Great. I love Streets New York. Great. It was good. It was fun doing Streets New York. Actually, it's been a while. Yeah. Um. Do you ever save questions submitted last time that you didn't get to for the next fan? Yes, I do. So I don't get all the questions, and I'm sorry, and that's why some of the early ones in this one are from last week. And but I will get them. And I mean, look, if there's something you really want to know, and I haven't dealt with it for 1 week, keep sending it, and I will. I promise I will get to it. Cooking at home. What is your specialty that you can make really well? What do you typically make for your breakfast or dinner? Okay. I'm not a brilliant cook. I'm okay. I think I don't. I think few things. One is that um, do you know when you sort of I don't know. Maybe this is just me, but I live with myself. I'm sort of thinking I don't really need to put in an awful lot of time and effort into something that's I'm just gonna eat myself anyway. But in saying that, I do. I mean, I will. No, I'm not gonna say because I make it sound like a yeah. But like yeah, I will boil potatoes and vegetables and do stuff like that and you know. But I'm not for like using recipes and stuff. That's for people who are much better at than me, I guess. What do you typically make for your breakfast? Oh, it's cereal all the time. I love cereal. I think I could probably survive on cereal for the rest of my life. You know, one of these like desert island things where you have. Okay, for some reason the video stopped there, and I was just talking about cereal, real important stuff as usual, as I am always talking about. But yeah, I was saying that I think if I had, this one of these things where they ask you if you're on a desert island, what food would you bring with you? One food. I could probably survive on cereal. Well, obviously with skim milk for the rest of my life. If that was just your one food group. So yeah. So that's my breakfast. Although I would do a poached egg every now and again as well, I suppose. At home, not on the desert island, obviously, because you're allowed one. When you played Judas Iscariot, your transformation was so complete. The feeling and emotion was very intense in the part. Judas came to realize what he had done. The anguish of guilt and shame, even your hands became clawed in agony. Where do you learn to act with such passion? I doubt they teach that in University Drama 101. Oh, thank you so much, first of all. Certainly not. They didn't teach it in my accountancy class 101 in university anyway. I don't know. I just, I've always loved acting. I've always been interested in it. I've never really had the opportunity growing up to I've been in different plays and stuff, but never to pursue it any further. So any chance I get, that's why I love doing like the likes of Devil Went Down to Georgia on stage now. Those are the things that in the past I've done a lot with CT with regards to a bit of acting as well. So Um, yeah, I've always loved acting, I suppose, and musical theatre is just something I really love. You know, bringing the best of both worlds, the music and acting together. You know, um, for those of you who haven't seen, there's just some points here about Jesus Christ Superstar that I played the role in. That the DVD was out. There was a link as well. Um, we were wearing a mic up in the scaffolding. Yes, we had mics. Um, or is that all you RK Lung Power? Definitely not RK Lung Power. No, there was definitely we had mics. Will you be in any more productions next year? What's the space? That's all I'm saying. Hopefully, maybe, hopefully. You're talking about your 40th. I know CT won't let you get away without a big party with plenty of Jameson. That sounds good to me. Will you be having a big celebration when you get home as well? Well, home is Christmas, you know, so I will get the chance. Actually, some of my mates are going away this weekend, and they said, "Oh, we'll do it as a celebration for my birthday." It's just an excuse for them to go away for a night out, I think, you know. But yeah, I'll definitely celebrate with my family when I get home as well. Wondering what your favourite places in the Moy are. Firstly as a child, then as you were growing up, etc. I love the football pitch. I used to spend a lot of time on the football pitch. We used to go down as the Gaelic field, you know, and we'd go down most nights, especially during the summer, and just play and play and play. I love the chapel. It's a special place. More so now than ever, I think. That's where my dad is buried. His grave is there. He has so much connection with the chapel over the years too. I often talk about my first gig at 7 years old, playing or singing at my first Holy Communion, and my dad playing the organ. So it's allows of so many special memories. Jeanette is saying here, those lucky people in America getting to have 2 retreats. I'm slightly jealous. What a wonderful thing to be with Bern and Kelly for a whole weekend. Well, look, maybe someday we'll get into it in Australia, who knows. But Jeanette, that was a lovely, some lovely questions and comments there. Have you ever had any vocal training? No. Cameron, I don't. Well, no, I say that. I mean, I've picked up points along the way, and working with fantastic people here with Celtic Thunder and over the years. So I guess that, you know, I've never actually went to classes, but yes, I've certainly, you know, been picked up points from a lot of very capable people. Let's put it like that. Has there ever been a song you wanted to perform that was given to another lad instead in Celtic Thunder? I don't think so. You know, I mean, you have. I think they're very good. Dave and Sharon are very good at giving the right songs to the right people. You know, and so yeah, I think sometimes, you know, you hear a song, you know, you used to, you know, one of the guys singing a song, and then you think, God, no, I couldn't, I wouldn't even think about singing that song now because of that, you know. I know Colin used to talk about whenever I was ill and couldn't do the tour, the residency in Atlantic City, and he came in and he had to sing Right On and stuff, and he says no, he never wanted to do it again. Okay, some jumping back on the pun train, Cameron says, I like it. Did you hear about the cheese factory that exploded in France? There was nothing left but debris. can't believe I got fired from the calendar factory. All I did was take a day off. Some good suggestions there as well. Question: do you play the Boron? I bought one in Galway a few years ago, but I can't really play it. It's harder than it looks. It is harder than it looks. I can't. I've never really played it, but I know like I've messed around with one. The shaker that I use in Brian Kelly is about as much as I get in the percussion department. How old is Larry? Larry will be 5 on the 14th of November. So he turns 5, I turn 40 within a week. Tough times in the Kelly house. Did you know that the Boston University sports team are the Terriers? Oh, I didn't know that actually. Didn't know that. That's interesting. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Growing up, one of our neighbours was the Boston University football coach. He had a Boston Terrier that looked just like Larry. His terrier was the team's mascot. Oh wow. Could Larry be your team mascot? I'd love it. Do you have any nieces and nephews? Are you godfather to any of them? You dote on Larry so much it would seem you would be great with kids. I do have I have three nephews. Jack, Tom and Matthew. But all lads are, because there's age difference between me and my brother and my sister. Plus, I used to say it as if to say, that's the reason why I've got older nephews. But now the fact I'm old myself would suggest that I would have older nephews anyway. I'm Matthew's godfather. I remember the day he was born. I was still at university. Yeah. And we watched. I was in. We were in me and my mates. We lived in the same house, and obviously had a busy day that day. We weren't at class, and we went to. We were watching Toy Story 2 in the cinema, and my sister was going into labour, and I was panicking, and I had my phone. I would say the mobile phone was probably. Yeah, I don't know what it was then. It was probably that size, I would say. And it flashed, and it was the news that Matthew had been born. So Matthew is my godson, so I'm my godfather. Don't trust atoms, they make up everything. Keep rolling and running on your CT tour. We love the Portland main show and the Boston show. Thank you, Paula. Yeah, I will keep running and rolling. Carol says, Ryan, would you ever consider singing one of John Denver's songs? I know it's not your taste, but you have a look through his songs. Carol, yes. I'll do it for you now. Will I? Why don't I finish off with that? Okay, let's put them on one side. We'll finish these, and then I'll do a John Denver song. Because you say it's not my taste, but I used to sing a particular John Denver song, if I can remember it. So I think we're just going to finish off with little puns, and then I'll go, why is the math book so sad? Why is the math book so sad? It's got too many problems. Did you hear that new accounting pun? It was a cruel joke. Wow, that's an accountancy pun. A cruel joke. I've had a new low here if I'm doing accountancy jokes. I like that though. Whenever I feel blue, I start breathing again. A book hit me on the head. I only have my shelf to blame. That'd be good. We could actually do that and say that as in a Sean Connery accent. So a book hit me on the head. I only have my shelf to blame. Okay, I need to stop. Well, to be frank, I'd have to change my name. Oh God. One question: I saw that CT had the opportunity to take a yoga class this week. Did you try it out? No, I didn't. Because I'd already ran, and I said no. Yoga, not yet, not for me. But I should get into it because it's meant to be really good for your joints and stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't be against it. Definitely not. But just didn't do it that day. Okay, I'm way over time today. I know. Thank you for all you do to us, and looking forward to 2019 fan club as well. Yes, I'm in the process of working it out. Okay, so yeah, and I have a lovely time at home as well, so I can get going. But don't be panicking. Until I get the 2019 fan club out, you will all be still very much part. Your 2018 will be fine. If it falls in the next year, don't worry, it's fine. It's not that like on the 31st of December I gotta cut you off and say, right, you're not gonna see these anymore. No. So don't be worrying, don't be panicking, don't be panicking. Oh, Lynn and Karen have got some dog puns. Oh yes, okay, well, let's go with these. Did you hear about the dog who retrieved a ball thrown from over a mile away? That sounds far-fetched. How does a frightened Boston look? Terrified. They say sorry about the last one. You're only sorry for the last one. What about the others? What's the difference between a dog and a marine biologist? One wags a tail, the other tags a whale. Oh, that's a bit of... I like it. It's an intelligent one. So it says this. Hi Ryan, soon to be 40 and naughty, a party boy. Now you're getting to nearly your halfway mark, 50. If I lived to 100, I think I'm at the halfway mark, or probably gone past it maybe. Do you and Neil have any plans to have any upcoming plans to tour down under in 2019? We've been talking about it actually, so yeah. We watch the space, is all I'm saying. We need to get back to Oz for sure. So Kevin, just keep an eye on it. Your song "Poison from Afar" on your life album, was it a real life experience? Unfortunately, it was. It was. But anyway, look, I'm gonna I can't remember who. Oh, it was Carl. Excuse me. Carol suggested that I do a John Denver song, so I'm gonna do that. It's because I used to do this song way back. I remember when I just was not in pubs. I just used to play it in just in my bedroom and stuff. I used to like. So I'm hoping I can still remember it. And I will leave you with this, and she'll be back next week. Yes, as I said, I gotta do. I've got to do a pre-40 one, so I've got one left. So this song is probably it's apt for me because I do be leaving on a job thing quite a bit. So I'll leave you with this one until next week, folks. Thanks again for tuning in. Thanks for all the questions. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for everything. Chat to you soon. All my bags are packed and I'm ready to go. Standing here outside your dawn is breaking and it's early morn. The taxi's waiting, he's blowing his horn. Ready, I'm so lonesome I could die. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. There's so many times I've let you down. So many times I've played around. Tell you now that they don't mean a thing. Every place I go, I think of you. Every song I sing, I'll sing for you. When I come back, I'll wear your wedding ring. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Now the time has come to leave you. One more time, please let me kiss you. Close your eyes and I'll be on my way. Dream about the days to come, and I won't have to leave you alone. About the time that I won't have to say. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. See you soon, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.